Donald Trump has urged what he called Iranian patriots to keep protesting against the regime, saying help is on the way, as the United States warned its citizens living in Iran to leave the country immediately. The warning follows briefings to the president on potential US strike targets against the Islamic Republic, with officials confirming Mr. Trump is weighing military options while also exploring diplomatic channels with Tehran. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said airstrikes were one of the many options on the table, but stressed that diplomacy remains Mr. Trump's preferred route.
And airstrikes would be one of the many options that are on the table for the commander-in-chief. Diplomacy is always the first option for the president. He's told all of you last night that what you're hearing publicly from the Iranian regime is quite differently from the messages the administration is receiving privately. And I think the president has an interest in exploring those messages.
Mr. Trump has been briefed by the Pentagon on possible targets for a fresh strike, the Times reported on Sunday. However, officials indicated any action would be more likely directed at Iranian security forces linked to the violent crackdown on protesters rather than the country's nuclear or ballistic missile programs. Ms. Leavitt added, "The president has shown he's unafraid to use military options if and when he deems necessary." The warning comes as the US virtual embassy in Iran issued an urgent alert to Americans living in the country, telling them to leave Iran now. The notice warned of continued internet disruptions and advised US citizens to consider leaving by land via Armenia or Turkey. Those unable to leave were told to shelter in secure locations with adequate supplies. Speaking on Sunday, Mr. Trump said Iran's leadership had overstepped the mark, following reports of mounting deaths during the unrest.
There seem to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed. These are violent, if you call them leaders, I don't know if they're leaders or just they rule through violence. But we're looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options. We'll make a determination.
According to Norway-based group Iran Human Rights, at least 648 protesters, including 9 children, have been killed since demonstrations began on December 28, with thousands more injured. On Monday night, Mr. Trump announced new tariffs targeting countries that continue to trade with Iran, escalating economic pressure on Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's regime. Writing on Truth Social, he said, "Effective immediately, any country doing business with the Islamic Republic of Iran will pay a tariff of 25% on any and all business being done with the United States of America." The measures are expected to impact China, Brazil, Turkey, and Russia. Tehran has yet to respond, while China said it opposes any illicit unilateral sanctions and long-arm jurisdiction.